I don't know what it is about myself that I think makes me profoundly undateable or unlovable. It's probably a mixture of anxiety and depression, both them being something that I perceive as making me a difficult person to love, and the fact that when you're anxious and depressed, you often feel like the last thing someone would do is love you. Combine that with the fact that Jessica Partridge told me no one would ever have a crush on me in the 2nd grade, which has just always kind of stuck with me, and you get someone who feels profoundly unlovable. That being said, whenever I get the tiniest bit of inkling that maybe someone likes me, I immediately lose it. I come up with lists in my head of every reason why they could hate me or leave me, or why they should. I shouldn't do that. I'm trying not to. I'm really trying to let myself be loved. That sounds strange when you say it out loud, but like, I have a friend who's a witch. If you live in Brooklyn long enough, you end up with a friend who is a witch. And she's been getting really into the moon. And so a few weeks ago, there was a new moon, and she was like, Tom, a new moon is a time for new beginnings. So write something you want to start doing or something you want to manifest in your life down at 1 a.m. when the moon is the strongest. And so I sat in my room, and I really dug, and I wrote, I want to allow myself to be loved. And I thought this was a big revelation, and I'm like sobbing. And she goes, great, now burn it. And once she says that, I am in it. I don't do a lot of witch shit because I already do enough things that disappoint my mother. And I'm also really scared of awakening some like dark spirit, but this seemed safe. So I stuffed the paper in a mason jar that I had been drinking my wine out of and burned that shit. You know, Stevie Nicks is probably playing in the background. I don't fucking know, but I am in my witch element, like feeling it. You know, and it burned all up, and I just go to the window, pour the ashes out, they go into the wind, and I look up at the moon, and I'm just like, let's go, bitch. And I have never felt more powerful in my whole life. And the next day, I meet Oliver. And abandon him, and he found me again, which can only mean one thing. My moon spell worked. And I know it sounds dumb, but I tell myself sometimes, when I get down, when I think I am unlovable, or how can this man like me, or what about me could he like, or I think he's going to leave me, I tell myself, it's okay, because he's my moon man, under my moon spell. He's not going anywhere.